Step 1 of incorporating data into the retention strategy is gathering and consolidating the data. Data collection is a continuous process, and should start right at the first interaction with the customer and throughout the customer journey. The best opportunity for data collection is in the consideration and purchase stages, during which various information such as the phone number, email address, social media handles, demographic information can be shared by the customer. You therefore need to continuously build up your database from various sources, the most readily available being transactional data, such as dates, amounts spent, items bought or preferred, payment options, etc. However, you can also deduce information from customer interactions, their behaviors, preferences, and feedback provided whether directly or through surveys, which we will cover shortly. There are 3 types of data in your business. Quantitative, such as amount and age. Transactional data is almost always quantitative. Data that is not numerical can be qualitative or even subjective, based on reasonable observations or assumptions. For example, you don't need to know a person's birth date to estimate their age. You can make an informed guess, based on their appearance, behavior, speech, that is, tone, words spoken, nuances from conversation, style of clothes, etc. As we have previously discussed, ensure that you safeguard all customer data and information. Apart from transactions, businesses can also use customer surveys to get data and information. A customer survey is simply an examination of customers' views regarding a particular aspect of the business. It's a powerful tool for gathering data that, once analyzed, provides actionable insights that can be used to drive conversion, engagement, and ultimately, retention. Such insights include who your customers are, why they like your business, brand, product or service, trends in their buying habits, the customer journey, retention marketing preferences, and complaints or negative feedback. These are just examples of the sort of information you can gather through a survey. Survey data helps the business make important changes and improvements, as a good survey gives customers a chance to express themselves and reveal their thoughts and feelings, confident that these will be taken into consideration by the business. Surveys are therefore an important source of feedback on improvements that would be desirable to customers. Surveys also produce supplementary data that can be incorporated into the customer profiling and segmentation. Examples of these are attributes and behaviors exhibited by various customer groups, particularly the top segments such as loyal customers. This would enable you cross-reference and identify prospects that are most likely to buy based on these telltale attributes, therefore sharpening your acquisition efforts. Most importantly, surveys can provide pointers regarding customers who are about to churn and help you stop this before it's too late. Surveys can be done in person, on phone, through email, SMS, or messaging apps such as WhatsApp, or via social media. In terms of the indicative response rates from such surveys, this varies depending on the research source. The average response rate for all survey channels, including in-person and digital, is 33%. The average response rate for email survey is 24.8%. 20% is considered a good survey response for a Net Promoter Score, NPS, survey. A realistic response rate ranges between 5% and 30%. So how do you carry out a survey? The main objective of a survey is to find out what is not working well or what needs improvement. So if you've never done a survey before, use your first survey to uncover problem areas that could be causing churn, to help you figure out how to prevent or minimize this. Identify the customer segments you need to target, for example, inactive customers. You can alternatively select a random sample of customers to represent your customer base. Have simple questions in line with the objective of the survey. For example, to find out why the customer stopped doing business with you. Make the survey process smooth and easy for the customer by including multiple choices for selection, such as left due to poor customer service, feeling unappreciated, product or service has become too expensive, etc. Also include options for customers to provide more information. Allow the customers to suggest what the business needs to do to win them back or retain them and keep them happy. This is very important. After the survey, take action. Incorporate the findings into the retention marketing strategy to improve customer engagement. As earlier mentioned, surveys are powerful tools for gathering data that provides actionable insights, improving customer experience and engagement once the feedback is implemented. As such, customer insight surveys are increasingly becoming popular, with 80% of companies using customer satisfaction scores to analyze customer experience and improve it. Two of the most widely used customer insight surveys are the Customer Satisfaction Score, CSAT, and the Net Promoter Score, NPS. The Net Promoter Score is a survey that measures how likely customers are to refer a prospect to a business, by asking about the likelihood of recommendation. Customers are asked to gauge their response, the probability of recommending the business, on a scale of 1 to 10. A sample question could be, how likely are you to recommend our business to others? The number of promoters, passives, and detractors are calculated using the respective responses. Promoters are those customers with responses of either 9 or 10. Passives have responses of either 7 or 8, while detractors are responses between 0 and 6. The Net Promoter Score is thereafter computed as the percentage of promoters minus the percentage of detractors. The NPS should be used to survey customers to gauge their overall perception occasionally, after an interaction with the business, or as part of other periodic surveys. As an example, if out of 100 respondents, 10 are detractors, 20 are passives, and 70 are promoters, the promoters are 70% and the detractors are 10%. Therefore, NPS, which is the difference between promoters and detractors, is 60%. Though simple, the NPS is a good indicative measure of the customer's perception regarding a business. Remember the customer lifetime value, that is, the total revenue you stand to gain if you keep a customer engaged for the entire lifetime of the business relationship? Well, an NPS promoter has a customer lifetime value that is 600 to 1,400% higher than a detractor. Promoters are most likely the loyal customers who, in addition to giving you repeat business, spend more money with time and also market your business to others. Every business should therefore aim to convert the bulk of their customers into promoters, as this translates to more business. The NPS score is also a great tool for helping you narrow your focus on the detractors to prevent them from churning. The second score is the Customer Satisfaction Score, or CSAT. This is a metric that helps businesses understand how customers feel about a particular interaction or experience. The CSAT is about gauging the customer's feelings, so the questions should be multiple choice to provide an opportunity for the customer to rate the experience or event. For example, how do you feel about a particular aspect of the business? Great, okay or not good. The CSAT can be administered after a support interaction, or occasionally at intervals, say after several sales interactions or as part of the re-engagement campaign for customers that have been inactive for a while. It can also be done quarterly or as part of periodic surveys. Both the NPS and CSAT are good surveys for asking questions that relate to a particular interaction. They, however, provide high-level feedback pertaining to that particular interaction, and as such, are not appropriate for gauging customers' overall perception about the business. For this, you need surveys that have open-ended questions so that customers can give insights on more general business issues. Transactional surveys after each interaction are very useful for capturing on-the-spot feedback. These quick surveys provide insights into how customers feel, what's working and what needs improvement, based on their most recent experience. They can include the NPS or CSAT survey, but with additional questions, and can be done via SMS or email to quickly capture sentiments shortly after the interaction. Periodic relationship surveys are longer surveys that can supplement the short NPS or transactional surveys done after each interaction, as these have more questions that provide richer insights. This survey should include a mix of both multiple-choice questions and open-ended questions to allow customers express their feedback more comprehensively. Relationship surveys should be included in the communications calendar to complement the other retention efforts. How do you use the information gathered from customer insight surveys? Just like with any customer feedback, ensure that you read the survey responses to extract information such as comments, suggestions, opinions or changes customers would like implemented by the business. Identify key themes and consolidate similar feedback. Analyze all survey results and identify actionable insights. Then implement the changes that make sense for the business. These could be product or process changes, shortening the customer journey, introducing different types of promotions, etc. Be intentional about implementing feedback or taking action so as to have a plan for what you will do after the survey. Conducting a survey without actioning the feedback is a waste of time for both you and your customers. The survey outcome implementation plan should aim to convert more customers into happy promoters, and focus on detractors to uncover and manage any issues that drive churn. Incorporate the NPS and CSAT into transactional and relationship surveys to capture additional information and make the exercise more comprehensive. This would also keep the number of survey requests low and improve the customer's cooperation and response rates. Please note that high NPS or CSAT scores do not imply that a focus on retention is unnecessary, as these may not correlate with customer happiness or satisfaction. These scores therefore need to be reviewed and tracked alongside other metrics which keep tabs on churn, revenue and marketing campaign outcomes. We'll discuss these later in this module. Given that survey response rates can be as low as 5%, be proactive about getting direct feedback from customers. Don't wait to do a survey to capture customer feedback. Engage and converse with customers and ask for their honest opinion regarding your business. Regularly giving customers the opportunity to share feedback will enable you improve your products or services and the overall customer journey and experience. Feedback shouldn't just be one-sided about challenges and problems. so also seek to find out what is working and how to improve this even further. It's time for our sixth practical, a simple customer survey to establish your customers' opinions about their overall experience with your business and areas they would like improved. Adopt any of the survey structures we've discussed and set simple questions to capture customer feedback. Remember to include any actionable feedback into the customer journey and the communication and retention marketing plan. Once you're ready, let's proceed to the next lesson.